Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net on Tuesday the 30th of June. Thanks again for watching. Feeling hot enough? It's been a bit of a hot one, hasn't it, today? But I've just been boiling. My blood just boils. Mind you, it doesn't take a lot to get it boiling these days. When I hear the nonsense that's been talked, you might have noticed through weatherweb.net our hashtag heatballs section that we've put up just to highlight some of the better quotes of the nonsense that's currently being talked about the hot weather. Of course it's going to be hot. It's the last day of June, we're heading into July, and temperatures warm up as we go through the year. The amount of times I've heard today that it's going to be the warmest day of the year so far. Well, of course it blooming well is. There's hardly been any chance for it to be warmer, for goodness sake. So it is going to be warm, and guess what? It may well get warmer through July and could even be warmer into the early part of August. My God, isn't that an amazing fact? It is hot, there's no doubt about it. Look, these are the 7-day temperatures for London, and you notice, they're up and down a little bit, but generally, we're seeing hot temperatures. Don't forget as well that the temperatures are going to be seen reported from London and from some stations in the southeast of England, who shall remain nameless, are going to be extremely warm. We're going to be seeing 34, perhaps even 35 degrees. But just think about where these stations are. Think about the locations of them. Many of them at airports, many of them close to cities, many of them suffering from the effect of the urban heat island, which means that they just don't cool down at night. And it will be a very uncomfortable night for many during the course of tonight. Now, that's London. It's cooler in Aberdeen, but still warm. We've still got 21 degrees. Look, although temperatures are going to be falling off during the latter part of the weekend and into next week. And for Ireland, though, more bearable temperatures there. You've got a pleasant 19, 20 degrees, going perhaps a little bit cooler as we head into next week. Now, predictions are that it stays warm as well. Look, we've got the 5-day averages. This is from tropicaltidbits.com. This is the ensemble for the next 5 days. So taking us up to the 5th, and you notice this large chunk, look, of very warm air that's sat across much of Western and Northern Europe. In fact, it's given us averages of 8 degrees above normal in places, typically across the UK, about 4 to 5 degrees Celsius above normal for the time of year. So yes, it is going to be hot, but does it really deserve one of these? Okay, this just amazes me. Now, I'll stick up for the Met Office where I need to stick up for the Met Office, but where there's such stuff going on, I'm going to have to highlight it on here. This is their Heat Health Watch. Now, I totally understand the need to generate revenues. Obviously, the company that I run here is a professional organisation. We're a commercial outfit. We exist to make money. That's how we manage to survive. And I understand that to some extent the Met Office has to prove to government that it's worth its value. Actually, more about that in a few future postings, because the Public Weather Service have valued themselves, which is fantastic in itself, isn't it? This is what we're worth to the nation. I absolutely love it. Anyway, so carrying on with my little soapbox rant moment. Heat Health Watch, okay, we're at level 2 at the moment. Now, remember nannies, remember states, this is the classic example of it. So this is a level 2 alert and readiness, okay, because it's going to get warm, because it's summer, so we have to have an official alert out there. This is brilliant, look at the green colours in the far northeast. Summer preparedness and long-term planning, and where the yellow colours are, alert and readiness. Come on, and you'll love this bit. I just love this. Look, advice, okay? Heat waves can be dangerous, especially for the young and old. Oh, I love it. Now, get ready, because if we get up to level 3, so if we get to a level 3 alert, it gets even better. Look, this is great. Down the bottom here, okay? Look at the advice. Stay out of the sun and keep your home as cool as possible. Keep drinking fluids. You couldn't make it up, could you? You just could not make this up. Nanny state gone mad. Look, it's warm, it's summer, drink a lot and stay cool. For goodness sake, you're going to go and stand out in the boiling hot sun, are you? It's like the winter. Do you remember the cold weather alerts? Do you remember those? Because they're just a classic. If it's cold outside, wrap up warm inside. Cold weather can be dangerous. It's just great, isn't it? I want to know when we actually get to a mildly warm alert, or perhaps a tepid alert, because I just don't know what to do in those sort of situations. I think we need to be told what to wear. I could just go on and on, but I won't. Anyway, this is the mean temperature anomaly. Remember, yellow, warning, yellow alert, be ready, it's warm. If I knock it on for the next 5 days, you notice that the heat kind of collapses away to some extent. This is from the 5th to the 10th. But still got the heat look lasting through much of central parts of Europe. Incidentally, there will be papers written on fatalities in Central Europe because of this heat wave. That's what's going to be next. And they're going to link that directly back to climate change. That's the story that's coming your way, folks. So we are seeing temperatures decreasing over the 6 to 10 day period, and then in the 11 to 15 day period, predicted temperatures returning back to normal. Now, you do have to treat this a little bit cautiously because the ensemble does always want to try and revert back to near normal conditions, but it does maintain warm weather look across much of Central Europe, cooler stuff off towards the east, nearer normal temperatures across the British Isles. So the heat is there, it's going to be in for a while. Yes, it's not going to be as warm as it was, but actually I think we're just going to go into fresher, more comfortable conditions. And the reason for that is that the jet is going to get going. This is the 500 millibar forecast then for this morning. Trough out in the Atlantic. Look, here's the ridge, all being fed, that ridge being fed by warm air pumping northwards, the heights building in here. That's the reason that we're able to get the high pressure going. That's the reason why we're able to get this very hot air up from the continents. And as I run through the sequence here, you'll notice the ridge is there over the coming days, but just see what's happening. Look, the trough is in here, okay, strengthening jet over the top of us. All the time we've got a little bit of cooler air coming in at upper levels here. That's what the confusion is for Wednesday over the risk of thunderstorms. Still that threat there through Thursday and into Friday as well. The ridge stays off towards the east, look, and it's not really until late in the weekend and into next week that we get into these more westerly conditions. But interestingly enough, the GFS wants to bring us into something considerably more unsettled actually by the middle part of next week. I don't think this is going to be the case. I still think that the south of the country sees relatively little rain. Most of the rainfall that does occur across northern and western parts of Scotland. And then as we just carry on through the sequence here, look, you see it tries to build a ridge back in for a time, but basically we're back to where we were with the more mixed conditions. These small troughs coming through from time to time. Temperatures near normal, most rain across the north and the west, occasional fronts going through which do bring the possibility of some unsettled conditions. But spot what the GFS tries to do, look, getting towards the end of the sequence. That's the forecast for Wednesday the 15th. Now, a long way off, so you treat it with a pinch of salt. But just look at the strength of that jet coming through the south of the country. That would be much more unsettled conditions. As it happens, I think these conditions will probably occur during the period from around the 12th to around about the 16th before we see high pressure build in for several days after that. I don't think it's going to go deeply unsettled, but I do think we could go into a more unsettled period around about then. As indeed I've been telling you now for some time about that high building during the middle part of July. Right. I'm going to leave you with that for now. It's too hot to rant on anymore, isn't it? So I'll leave you with that. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, we can send you notifications of when the video is updated. Just send an email to generalweather-subscribe@weatherweb.net and we'll add you on that list. For detailed information for the next couple of days, then you need to check out Gary's fast forecast, which you can find at weatherweb.net. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining. Remember that level 2 heat wave alert. You need to be alert to the heat. Remember what I want you to do? I want you to stay cool and I want you to drink a lot of fluids. Oh, remember, wear hats and sun creams. Thank goodness I told you, because I know you weren't going to do that. Right, I'm going to leave you with that for now. Keep the sun shining. Bye for now.